Sam has 30 nickels and dimes worth $2.40. How many nickels does he have? Unlike the last time we dealt with these nickel, dime, and money problems, we can use two variables now to set up two different equations. I can set up a first equation talking about the number of coins that I have, nickels plus dimes equals 30. And I can set up a second equation that talks about the total money that I have. A nickel is worth 5 cents and a dime is 10 cents. So then this should equal my total amount of money. There's a lot of options we have in order to solve this. I'm going to choose to use the multiplication method at this point, and I'm going to multiply everything in this top equation by negative 5. So I'm going to get negative 5n plus negative 5d equals negative 150. Now I can add the two equations together and my n variable will be eliminated. So this is 5d. This is, I believe, $1.11. Nope, that is incorrect. 240 minus 150 is 90. 90 divided by 5 is 18. So I must have 18 dimes. If I have 18 dimes, I can do 30 minus 18 and figure out that I should have 12 nickels. Annette and June bowled together and had a combined score of 420. June's score was 35 less than Annette's score. Find their scores. Well, I can choose two variables. One's going to be A for Annette and one's going to be J for June. I know that Annette's score plus June's score is 425. But June's score is 35 less than Annette's. So here's my second equation that I can set up. This would be a good problem to solve using substitution. I'm going to substitute this in for that J. So A plus A minus 35 equals 420. 2A minus 35 equals 425. 2A will be 460, so A must be 230. Excuse me, can't see all that. If Annette's score is 230, I can do 425 minus 230, 425 minus 230, and get that June's score should be 195. So, in all, I know that, final answer, Annette scored a 230 and June scored 195. A radio station broadcasts programs and commercials 20 hours every day. The ratio of time spent on commercials to programming is 1 to 4. How much time each day does a station spend broadcasting commercials? The first equation I can set up is that the amount of time programming plus the amount of time on commercials is equal to 20. The second equation is not quite as obvious. I know that the ratio is 1 to 4, so that means if I take the amount of time spent on commercials and divide it by the amount of time spent on programming, that ratio should equal 1 over 4. I'm going to rewrite this equation a little bit nicer and cross multiply. By cross multiplying, I'm going to get that P equals 4C. I'm going to solve this using substitution. I'm going to take 4C and put it in for that P. So 4C plus C equals 20. 5C is 20, so C must be 4. Excuse me. If C is 4, that means P needs to be 16. So it's 4 hours for commercials, and 16 hours for programming. person invests $5,000 in treasury notes and bonds. That means the amount in treasury notes plus the amount that they put in bonds needs to equal $5,000. The notes pay 8% interest and the bonds pay a 10% interest. The total interest they make is $480. My second equation is going to be talking about the amount of interest that it's in there. And how do they earn interest? Well, 8% of the amount you put in treasury notes, so 8% of treasury notes, and 10% in bonds. So notice I made the percentages into decimals and multiplied it by the amount that is there. If I want to solve this equation, I'm going to do so by first multiplying this one by 100, just to make our variables a little bit nicer. So multiply this by 100, add 2 zeros, and then I have t plus b equals 5,000. This is the system that I want. I'm going to solve this using the multiplication method, and I'm going to multiply everything through the top by negative 10. So negative 10t, negative 10b, negative 50,000. Now when I add the two equations together, I'm going to get a negative 2t here, and right here I'm going to get a negative 2,000. Divide by negative 2, and t equals 1,000. So $1,000 was put into treasury notes. If that's true, then the bonds must be $4,000. So our final answer, 1,000 in the treasury notes and 4,000 in bonds.